welcome back to a new video on the Calamity of Joe YouTube channel. We're live on Legacy for a bit. Might as well. Nothing's happening, so we pop to Legacy. No, don't want to do that. Press the wrong button. Thought I'd pop to Legacy for a little bit. So how are we? I thought we might stream for a little while. So we have switched to Legacy. So we have switched to Legacy Console Edition. So I'm going to close my Discord server down. There we go. So I'm on. My world is 10 years old next week. So tell you what, I placed this chest here when I was doing some work a few months ago. So we can get rid of it. Tell you what, we'll put it over here. We'll put it near here. Let's have a quick look what's in these chocolate. That's a piece of concrete. Okay, so we'll decide what we want to keep. So obviously the stone, that, the bowls, the fit and the fish, that stuff. This can go in here. Take that out. Put these in here. The sticks, that can come out. These two broken bows can go in there. String. Boo! Hello Sanghoon, welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to the stream. Want to have a bit of a search around for some items, I think. So that's what I am going to do, guys. So how is everybody on this stream today? Hello, I see Marco. Welcome to the stream. Let's get rid of that bow. We can toss that. Have I got a shovel on me? Welcome to the stream. But it is also unkind to tell another person in the stream to shut up. You can't stop sneezing. Is that because of hay fever? I mean, that's unkind. Everybody has a right to watch a YouTube live stream. Hello, Dizzy. Welcome to the stream. Okay, put the dirt there. I'm playing the old Legacy Console Edition because I love this version so much. There we go. I want to get rid of that bow. Does that look alright now? That looks fine. Let's get this shulker box out of here because it's not needed. That was my childhood. It is a great it is a great game. Cool. Enjoy it. Let's just put some of the stuff that I don't need on me right now. I'm just going to quickly turn the light on. It's surprisingly, it's getting a little dark, and it's literally the only thing I can see right now. I can see a little bit, but my TV's making it darker. Because Michael, I said this earlier on the stream. Sunghoon's mentioned it many times. He's autistic. He has autism, so he will turn around. He will turn around and say that. So if he likes it, for example, it's very true. It's a very real trait of people who have autism. It's a very real trait of people who have autism that they share what they're doing. So if they're excited about something, they want other people to know they're excited about something, which is normal. It's yeah. Which he mentioned it on stream ages ago, but I've had a few people, he's commented some stuff beforehand, and I've had people in the stream like mocking people with autism. So the thing is though, it's quite a hard thing for people to understand because it's so different everywhere. Autism affects everybody differently. So even like autistic people don't believe other people have autism. Because obviously because it affects everyone differently. Let's just quickly go this way because I don't want to die. I need to get that bow out, kill that creeper, which is just... Oh, I got him quite quick. So I had a comment recently, basically. Thank you for the donation. That's really kind of you. You guys don't have to donate, guys. Like, I would in fact rather you guys not donate. Okay, the war's just exploded, but don't worry, we can fix that. Where's the roller coaster? The roller coaster is over there. The roller coaster's it's literally a few hundred blocks away from here. We'll go over there in a sec. I just need to think about how I'm gonna... Did you explode it? No, I didn't explode it. The creeper exploded. It's not working. I don't know. I honestly don't know how it works. I would rather you guys not donate personally, though. Sorry, my throat's a bit dry. Yeah, I would rather you guys not donate and like spend your money on like things that you actually on yourself. I'm gonna repair that later because I haven't got any bricks on me. We'll go to the roller coaster because the roller coaster's not that far away. I lost £20 for no reason. You shouldn't have lost it. If it hasn't come through that it's sent, then it won't have sent. Nightbot's a bot. Nightbot is programmed to comment exactly what I want to comment. Nightbot isn't actually a person. Nightbot's programmed by the streamer, so it puts in exactly what I want it to put. Which is why it puts in, the more you guys comment, the more Nightbot comments, because Nightbot's programmed to comment every 5 comments. That's bizarre. Maybe that's something to look at YouTube. Maybe that's something quickly to have a look at through YouTube. Because it shouldn't do that. Yes, the more you guys comment, the more Nightbot comments, because Nightbot is... So if there's 5 comments in a second, then Nightbot will comment more. Joe, I like guards. I know, you've said. You said Buckingham Palace, and you mentioned the horse earlier on. Ooh, here's the roller coaster. Here is the roller coaster. Oh, pardon me. I'm just gonna move my headphones because I just scraped my arm on it. But yeah, literally. But yeah, you did mention that, Songhoon. You've mentioned about how much you like the gods quite a few times. Do you want a shout out? Not really, guys. I'd rather give other people shout outs. To be honest. I'd rather give other people shout outs. I don't think I deserve a shout out. I think I'd rather give other people shout outs. I love it. Share the love. Share the love, I say. Sorry, a bit of my moustache just come out. Anyway, you do deserve shouts. Oh, thank you so much. That's really kind of you. I personally, because I've got a fairly big subscriber base, I prefer to give shout outs out than receive them. Which, in fact, we'll give some out. We'll give some out in a minute when we hit 10 likes on the stream. I'm thinking about what we can build, because this Minecraft world here turns 10 years old next week. Oh, pardon me. I hope you reach 10,000 subscribers. Thank you so much. I want to do that by the end of the year because my channel's 10 years old this year. I'll be back in 2 seconds. I am back. Thank you to the people who subscribed, by the way. As it stands, we are 19 subscribers off 8,500. We're 19 subscribers off, which is just amazing in a regard. Sorry, just responding to a guy in my friend's Discord server's football chat. Anyway, yeah, yeah, thank you to the people who subscribed. As it stands, we are pushing closer and closer. Boo! Do 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 do. Guys, my channel member, my channel members realm is free to play for the week because in 10 days, in 6 days time, my Minecraft realm, my Minecraft world, this world that we're on right now, will be 10 years old. So I've made the realm free to play for a whole month. Week, sorry. I mean a whole week. Boo. So, what are we doing? What are we going to do here then, guys? What are we going to build? So, it's gone quite quiet on the stream again. We've played... Hello, Alex. Welcome to the stream. Guys, we've played... We're almost at 12,000 days of Minecraft on this world. We're about 106. We're about 160 days off hitting. We're about 160 days off hitting 8,000. 12,000. I mean, in the game. Yes, welcome to the stream. I need some food, I think. Nintendo Switch. So, what am I doing? I can't remember why I put those trees here. Oh, that's something I can do. Me too. Oh, cool. Cool. Can I join the world? Not tonight, because it's late, guys. I'm planning to just do a late night stream where I'm just building on my Minecraft world. But is that the Legacy console? Are you talking about the Legacy console, or you're talking about the Bedrock edition as well? Because there's two Minecraft versions on the Switch. I should have probably made that more specific, actually, guys. Hi, hi, bye, Jojo. Hello, Galaxy Gamer. So, gonna replant these so we can start getting more wood. How are you guys playing the Legacy edition? Because I've had this for, so it was you're talking about the Bedrock edition. Yeah, the Legacy console edition. To have the Legacy console edition, you had to have bought it. If you have it on the Switch, you have to have bought it between 2017 and 2018. Because this was only available to buy on Switch for 13 months. Between May and June. May 2017 and June 2018. We're going to wait for these spruce trees to grow because I want to get more spruce wood. We don't after building with it, we don't have a lot left. The Legacy edition, while it's not got any updates anymore, it still plays really well. And I prefer it personally. I prefer it. Just it's because it don't lag. I was about to say we should have some bone meal over here. Like, from those 12 bones, I was able to make 36. We've used 26 of them, but we've grown 5 trees. We actually grew 4 of them from the... But do you play Bedrock Edition 2? Yeah, I'd play Bedrock Edition 2, but Bedrock Edition is not as good on the Switch. Just I find it too laggy. We do have a realm. We do have this world. We have a realm of a copy of this Minecraft world. It's currently free to play. The realm code is in my community tab. But this world is currently, I've got a copy of it open on a Bedrock realm. It's currently free to play, everybody. Normally it would be for channel members, but because this Minecraft world turns 10 years old next week, I've made it free for the entire week for subscribers to play. So on the Bedrock edition right now, you can technically play the Realm copy of this world for free. I have the copy on the Realm is literally from about half hour ago because I upped the copy. There we go. So yes, we're gonna do a bit of tree farming for a little bit. I'm gonna wait for these trees to grow. So we've got currently we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We need 8 more trees to grow out of the, hold on, 6. No, there's 4, isn't there? 4 of the 16. We need about another 8 to grow. So we've got 8 trees, I think. Well, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that's 8. Yeah, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it's not. It's 5 times 2 is 10. So we've got 12 trees out of 20 so far. Goal 9,000 subscribers. Yeah, the aim is to hit 10,000 by the end of the year. The aim is to hit 9,000 by as soon as possible. But at the moment, we've had a really slow couple of months, and we've been struggling to get out of 8,000. So I don't think we're going to hit 10,000 by the end of the year, but it would be amazing if we could. But it would be a totally amazing situation if we could do it. Which we at the moment we still could. We're about 1,500 away from hitting 10,000. We're 518 away from hitting. Guys, have you seen the shorts I uploaded yesterday? We finished building the slime block well. The slime block well, we finished building it only for the only for a creeper to turn up and explode. A creeper turned up and exploded right next to it when we finished it. That always reminds me of a face. We've got the mouth and the eyes. Do do do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Okay, we should do something. I think we should repair that first of all. First of all, I think we should. How are you streaming on a Switch? You can stream through a Switch. You can stream through a Switch through a capture card. You can only stream through a Switch through a capture card, which is connected up to the dock. You could stream through Xbox 360, PS3, Wii U. You could only stream through for a capture card. A capture card is compatible with every device. Every single video game console is compatible with a capture card because they all have HDMI ports. A capture card is also much better for streaming than streaming through the console. That's how I'm streaming through the Switch. Because I'm not streaming through the Switch. Technically, the Switch is going through the capture card. Is that everything? I just want to quickly go and check through here. I called this Sandstone Manor, didn't I? The capture card I'm using an Elgato HD60, which 8 years ago was top of the range. Unfortunately, the Elgato HD60s are now end of life. Elgato's capture cards now shoot in 4K. They're now 4K capture cards. So the one I'm using is obsolete now. But I've had it for so long. Every single YouTube video I've shot for the last 8 years has been shot through this device. I bought this device in January 2018, so it had a 7-month guarantee on it, and I've used it now for the last 8 years. And if I'm still using this in January, which I probably will be, it will be 9 years. I would have had it for 9 years. So I will say it has been a good investment. Although it was rather costly at the time. Have a hardcore world with 100 days. Cool. Legacy Console Edition doesn't have hardcore, but this world is if I port my survive, I don't want to kill the zombie villager, but I can't save him. This world right here, if I ported this world over to Legacy to Bedrock, this world tells me that because I ported a copy of this world over earlier on to Bedrock to put on my Bedrock realm, I have discovered that this world we're almost at on this world we are almost at 12,000 days. We are almost at 12,000 days on this Minecraft world. We're at 11,800 and something. We're almost at 12,000. We're like 100. I'd like to say we're about 170 away. We're about 170 blocks days away from hitting 8,000 on this 12,000 on this Minecraft world. So I've had the world a long time. Well, as I was saying earlier on, guys, I've had this world for 12 years, and I've had this world for 10 years in 6 days. So many days. But I have had this Minecraft world since 2016. So I probably should have done more days, but obviously when I created this Minecraft world, I was still in school, so obviously I wasn't playing this Minecraft world every day. If I'd have played this Minecraft world every day, we probably would have done much more hours and days. Luckily, that's not that bad. Apart from the creeper blowing that open. How did I survive? I survived because I'm a genius, guys. Any more mobs planning to descend on me whilst I am here? I gotta say, I look pretty cool that I landed on the block further up though. So this will turn into grass later. This will turn into grass later. If we go up to here though, what I'm gonna do is go into this little room here. because there is a bed in this floor. There's a bed here, so I can quickly go to sleep here. Then we can worry about everything that happened just now later. So we've done quite well, I think. A massive sheep statue. I want to build something like that. I want to build something like that. I just haven't decided what I want to build yet. Guys, do you think I could snipe this guy from here? I did as well. There we go. Fantastic, guys. Oh, hold on. We've got 8 sticks here. We got anything else that we might want? Nah, actually, we won't want the golden apples. We could go to the mob spawner. I will nick that steak. I will nick that steak as well. We could go to the mob spawner. That's something I could do. In fact, I'll keep them torches because we might need them. So, the mob spawner. To go to the mob spawner, I might go this way. Bit of an odd route to go, but to get to there, see that bridge right over in the corner over there? If we go this way to that bridge, I do have a leech. I do have an XP farm, which is what we're going to. That's what we're going. I do have mending. The sword's this sword is mending. These don't have mending, but that has mending, and the leggings did have mending, but I got rid of them. If I go this, but then I lost them. What I was saying is, if we could go over to here, if we go over to here, we miss much of the steep bit of the river. Where we were just now, the river turns into a lake. So if we go over to here, it makes it much easier for us to cross. Plus the spider spawner. The spider spawner is literally across that other bridge. I have to go into my mini game area to. What FOV do I have? I don't think you can change FOV in this. You can't change FOV in here, I don't think. Can't remember. You can't change your if I recall correctly, you can't change it. Legacy Console Edition, the FOV you can't change. You can change the sensitivity, but you can't change anything else. There we go. Let's get rid of that. Let's bring the bones and let's get rid of some of the. Actually, let's get rid of some of this a minute. I'm gonna get rid of everything I don't need. The spiders and the spider eyes and string, so we can see how much we collect. But yeah, the focal viewpoint we can't sit. We can't change. The focal view we can't change. Well, the field of view. The field of view we can't change. That's what that's what FOV means, guys. Field of view. It means what your eyes see. So, yeah, that's what FOV means, guys. It means like field of view. In case anyone wanted to know that. But yeah. The field of view in here you can't change. Whoa. I only got in there just to see. I only got in there because I couldn't knock that one off the roof. We're just going to see in a minute. We're just going to see at the moment what I can do to knock off to get some more XP. We're going to wait. We might as well wait for that to build up a moment. They can't reach us in here, so thank you to the person who's just subscribed. That's incredible, so thank you so much. I'm just going to do this a second. So said you only have 4 people in the stream. We normally have more, but it just happens to be it's 9 o'clock at night, so a lot of the younger people that watch my streams and people who watch my streams from, like, you know, other countries might be asleep. For me, it's 9 o'clock, so people that watch some of the young, we have, obviously, because we have quite a young audience in some parts, like 13, 14, at 9 o'clock, that's normally when people that age would be asleep. It just happens to be, I streamed once already today, and I was bored, so I thought I'd stream again. For me, it's 11 o'clock. What, in the afternoon or the morning? No. There's no place in the world that would be 9 o'clock in the 11 o'clock in the morning. But yeah, it's because it's a later stream, so, you know, people will be in the night, yeah. But some of the younger people that watch my streams will be asleep now, which is why we've got less people watching. I'm gonna put that crap in there. We're gonna let the spider. Oh, bloody hell! We're gonna let the spider spawner fill up for a bit. So there's 2. We're gonna let it build up so there's like 8 or 9 spiders in there. So I'm just gonna quickly check my notifications a second. Oh. Okay. Yeah, it's because I'm playing on controller. Where my hand is, like, the controller is like literally near the mic. thank you everybody for subscribing. We're 17 subscribers off hitting 8,500, which is amazing that we are anywhere near hitting that. There we go. So we're going to build up a minute using the XP that we're getting in a minute. We're going to build up our string and spider eyes, and then I can show you guys what this does. What this system here does. I have 393 subscribers. 393 is still a really good number. It's more that it's some people don't even have one subscriber. It's still a good number. I just want to try something a second, guys. Sorry, I was just reading. There we go. Just trying to... Have you died in this world? I've died hundreds of times in this world. It's not a hardcore world, so obviously I have died. Did I just join back only for you to end the stream? I haven't ended the stream, Pixel. I ended the Bedrock stream because I was bored, and then I thought I'd switch to Legacy because it was about 8 o'clock, and I thought I'd do something. So yeah, I'm not ending this. I'm not ending the stream yet. I was just I literally just paused the stream for a second so I could read something. I'm not ending the stream. I just paused the stream for a sec so I could read a setting that I was having a look at. Whoa. I was just having a quick look at this setting that I was reading. But yeah, I'm not ending. I'm just trying to get some more XP levels a second. Hello, WTF World. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, totally not ending the stream. I'm going to stay streaming for a little while because it's only 9 o'clock. Yeah, I do apologise. It's because you are, what, 6-7 hours behind me? You're 6-7 hours... That sounds wrong. 6-7. No, you're 6 or 7 hours behind me, obviously, time zone wise. So yeah, sometimes when it's like 6 o'clock in the afternoon for you, it's probably like midnight for me. So yeah, I do apologise if it looks like I end streams when people join, but it's because of time zones. So it could be quite late for me when I'm streaming. Can I please watch the Bedrock stream? The Bedrock stream was earlier on. It's already finished. The Bedrocks, when I was on Bedrock earlier on, that was earlier on. You don't have to ask me to go back and watch an old stream. You don't have to ask me. But guys, that realm is still up. The realm is still up. I've changed my mind. I've decided to stick the realm up all week. Which basically I copied it because I had to put a new copy on though, because I've banned the guy because I found out who did it. They went around and basically burned every item in a chest and then basically started breaking as many builds as possible. So I just found a free monitor in the basement in the house that I just moved into. That's one thing off my Christmas list. Huh. Hopefully a new chair. I gotta be honest, guys. I probably should get a new chair. Literally, I'm sat on a metal bedpost right now, and it's really sore. And I'm not... Well, I say that I'm sat on a metal bedpost. I'm not. I'm literally leaning on the bedpost because I can't fit my chair next to my desk because the bed. I can't fit my chair next to my bedpost. I need to get a stool or something. And plus, I can't anyway because the Lego Lord of the Rings Rivendell set is a bit big. It sticks out it sticks out a bit, so it's literally it presses against my knee. It's really painful. Well, the one thing about chairs though is that you can find them cheap. That's the one thing about chairs which is pretty good. You can find them cheap. You can find them really cheap. Just give me a sec. There we go, I'm back. Sorry. My old monitor, Alien. I've heard of Alienware. That's something I have heard of. I have heard of Alienware because back in the day, like that's all YouTubers talked about was Alienware. That was sketchy. Then I only had 2 hearts, and I noticed that. Right. We're doing quite well here. Actually, have I ever told you the story, guys, about when I broke my chair? I had to sit. I had nothing else to sit on for 6 months because I couldn't afford a new one, so I sat on a metal file cabinet. It's not even a file cabinet. It's basically where I put like old documents, like school documents and shit. And it was the only thing I had. It's tiny. It's tiny. It's literally like, it's literally about, I don't know, about a foot high. And because my chair had broke, I had to sit on it. That's the only thing I could sit on. So I streamed for 6 months, sat on a metal file cabinet. Which is a kind of a funny way of streaming. I never even mentioned it when I was streaming. I'm like, all people could hear was like the metal like bending, but it was funny. Although I did spend a lot of last year sat on the I didn't have a chair last year. I had to bring up my old chair because I moved everything around, which I couldn't fit the chair in anymore. A year or two ago. About 2 years ago, and I needed to bring the chair back in, but I couldn't. So what I did was I had to sit on the floor for like a month. So I jokingly said floor gang, like how like PewDiePie used to do it, obviously when he sat on the floor on streams. But yeah, it was kind of like a floor gang. Like I was sat on the floor while streaming. What I really want right now is a 2 terabyte SSD. I almost bought. Is that like a SD? Is that like a hard drive? Like a storage. Is that like a hard drive? Or like something to do with graphics? I almost bought a 2 terabyte hard drive a few years ago. It was a 2 terabytes. It was a 2 terabyte hard drive, but it also had a download speed of 2000 gigabytes a second. I think it was like 2 gigabytes a second or something like that. You can get SSDs. You can get SSDs on hard drives. But I'm not talking about like hard drives. That's in the UK, like storage devices, storage for computers. We call them hard drives. That's what I was referring to. In the UK, we sell like external hard drives, but they can be like SSDs. That's what I was referring to. Yeah, I almost bought a 2 terabyte SSD hard drive. I think it did 2,000. I think it did 2,000 something a second. Because I had to get some footage off my college, in my college work, and 500 gigabytes. It took 3 hours. We call them that here. I'm just being super nerd and telling you the difference. I mean, yeah, there is a difference. I know there's a difference. I'm not, well, I would be the same if I was talking about like film. And if I was talking about I just died. I don't want to exit. That's just great. I lost all those XP levels. I just need to I need to go now. I would probably be the same if I was talking about camera equipment. If I was talking about camera equipment, I'd probably be this. I'd be the same. In fact, which is why this is why me and a guy in my college class, a 20 terabyte hard drive, 4 terabyte SSD. It's a trick question. SSD is faster, but what would you want? Would you want faster, or would you want 20 terabytes? 20 terabytes will be enough for everything. So as a filmmaker, I'd want 20 terabytes because 20 terabytes is enough to store my whole movie whilst I'm editing it. Because as a filmmaker, I can safely say, guys, that when you make a film, when you're shooting like a short film or a film, you could easily shoot a terabyte a day. So if you've got a 20-day shoot, you could shoot at least 20 terabytes in 20 days. So a 20 terabyte hard drive makes sense. Whereas, but it completely depends on what you need it for. So, for example, Memento Mori, which I shot in a uni assignment, was Memento Mori, which I shot for my uni work. Memento Mori was 500 gigabytes, and the only reason it was 500 gigabytes, not 1,000, was because I opted to shoot it in 1080p, and the guy in my class that was directing said to me that if I hadn't done that, I'd have probably killed his computer. Basically, I didn't tell anybody that I'd shot it all in 1080p instead of 4K. Because I could change it. You could change it manually during the settings. So I shot it in 1080p because I believed I would be editing it. And I believed that my laptop wouldn't be able to take all 400 gigs of this footage. I knew it wouldn't be able to take all this 4K footage, so it ended up, each scene was 1 gigabyte, so it ended up, we shot 400 scenes, and it was about 500 gigabytes. And had we shot it in 4K, but saying that, guys, that had we shot it in 4K, I don't think my computer or the other guy's computer would have edited it. It would have, because it would have been just too much footage. Well, not too much footage, but it would have been ridiculous. My old laptop, my Asus, which I still use my Asus only had 5 gigabyte. My Asus was a very good laptop, just didn't have a lot of storage. For me, well, fast storage is better, which is why I almost bought a 2 terabyte SSD hard drive. And that the reason was because there was a point when my laptop was only doing 100 megabytes a second. So I found a hard drive that was doing, my bow did land in here. I found a hard drive that was doing... I found a hard drive that could do 2,000 megabytes a second. And try to recreate the world I made. Cool. I don't know what I want to do in Minecraft anymore, but that's probably... But I'm saying that is because I've played this world for so long now that it's like, what can I do that I haven't already done? Because this world now, I've had it for just the longest time. Makes me feel weird that I've had it for so long. I guarantee next week I'm gonna feel really, really weird. Next Saturday, I guarantee it, guys, I'm gonna feel really, really weird. And the reason I'm gonna feel weird is because this Minecraft world that I've been playing on, because of this Minecraft world here being like 10 years old, I'm gonna feel weird. But the reason I am gonna feel weird is because I played this world when I was 13, when I was 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. And literally, guys, take my advice, guys. Create a Minecraft world that you know you're going to play. Make a Minecraft world and play it, and just build little things that you always want to go back to. And then if you have a Minecraft world for so long, you'll look back and go, you know, a completely different person created the Minecraft world than that plays it now. It's amazing. In fact, I wish I still had... You know, technically I do still have it. I do still have the world somewhere on the old tablet. If I could get it and port it to Bedrock, port it to like Minecraft now, I'd be able to find it. But I built a world many, many years ago. I had a Minecraft world that I loved and I lost it. I died and then I lost it. But if I had it now, my laptop now would be able to... My laptop now would be able to look at that Bedrock world and run it. It would be able to run it completely different. I could actually, if I downloaded it, and then if I got the old tablet on. Well, actually no, I can't even get the old tablet on because it won't turn on. But if I did do that, I would be able to find it, because what felt like a really massive distance on the old tablet would feel like a few hundred blocks on the laptop. It would be so interesting. Because as I'm saying, like this world felt so big when I was 13. Like it felt like it took 3 days to go to the jungle. Now it's like, it takes you 5 minutes. But I suppose a lot of it's... Oh my god, was that actually 10 years ago? Fuck me. I didn't realize it was 10 years ago. Sorry, everybody. 10 years ago, there was a clown craze when people dressed up as like clowns and like scared people in the woods. And it was mainly in America and the UK that people dressed up as clowns, like scaring people. They called it the killer clown craze. I didn't realize it was 10 years ago. And it happened because they announced they announced that they were making the film It. But I didn't realize then that film, that announcement was 10 years ago. That is crazy. Just realized that was 10 years ago. I mean, wow. Everything has changed. I'm gonna put this control down a minute, guys. My hand is sweaty. I have a Discord notification. What is it? Oh. Hello, gents. Welcome back. Welcome back to the stream. I got bored and decided to switch on Legacy. You were on the Bedrock stream, weren't you? We were 100% sure that it was Ramen. Straight after, about half hour after I ended the stream, I went back on the realm for a moment accidentally because I was switching the copy and I accidentally clicked play, and I joined it and he was the only person on it, and more of the world had been like griefed. So 100% now, guys. 100% we now knew that it was him. We now 100% knew. We 100% now knew that it was him. We 100% now know that it was Ramen. Because after I joined, he ran over to me, killed me, and then burnt all my items. And then planted a load of TNT, so... But what cracks me up, though, guys, is the fact that I knew it was him. Because literally in the stream... Everyone on here was in the stream when I ran over to the greenhouse and went, "Oh my god, what's happened?" You know, when I went to the greenhouse, everybody, I went, "Oh my god, what's happened? It's been griefed." I was acting because I saw him do it in the corner of my eye and on the TV. Whilst I was streaming, I had a huge inkling that he was the one griefing. So I went into Bob the Villager's house, and out the window we could see him breaking the greenhouse, which is why I went in there and, "Oh my god, what's happened?" And I was, because I already knew it was him. But what I didn't bank on was the fact that he joined the stream, and he was in the stream and he said, "I didn't do it." But I knew it was because the stream had picked it up that it was him. Which is really, it's really funny. Why lie though? That's what I started thinking though, guys. Why lie? Like, I think everyone was pretty well. I think everyone was pretty. Yeah, this is a real copy. Well, yeah, this is the legacy copy. I have updated the realm copy though. I put a new copy on the realm, so it's actually up to date. The copy on the realm is now up to date, so it has everything that we didn't. It has everything that we had. Welcome back, Icy Marco. There we go. Let's just jump over to you. Well, yeah, I just find it hilarious the fact that he said he didn't do it, and then I literally caught him doing it on the stream itself, which is it's funny. If some of the people in here that didn't see it on today's realm stream, when I streamed on my Bedrock realm, that's all right. So can you now go to some builds? Oh, of course we can go to some builds. Actually, let's go to... Yeah. Let's go to... Let's go to this one. Yeah, well, that's the new lighthouse. We'll go to the old one from 2018 instead. This, guys, is the... This got... Actually, let's go up the top of the mountain. You guys will get a better view of what that is. And plus, this makes it easier for me to get up. There we go. That, guys, is the Nether quarry. It is the overworld, the Nether in the overworld. I find it crazy that I have a graphics card that used to be 1,200 or about £1,000. Yeah. Has Nightbot commented when I was gone? Yeah, Nightbot always comments because Nightbot is programmed to comment every 5 comments with like announcements. So Nightbot will put in about being kind and respectful to everyone on this stream. It will put in links to my Discord server, and then sometimes it puts Amazon links in because I promote my novel stuff. That is a Nether quarry. That is the lighthouse, which is why we come up here, because the lighthouse should be a better view of the lighthouse here. Tell you what, step further back. The lighthouse is huge, guys. It's literally like it's gigantic. Yeah. Oh my god, I've got cramp in my leg. Let's go to the new lighthouse then. Let's go to the old lighthouse. So the old lighthouse used to the old lighthouse used to be about here. The old lighthouse used to be about here. I made the beach big. I took down the hill that the old lighthouse was on, and I built the beach. So imagine you're about to spend max money. Yeah. I personally, hello, the Red, welcome to the stream. I personally would rather people not donate and actually spend their money on things that they generally want. There's the old lighthouse. This old lighthouse used to be where the new one is now. Yeah, this is not hardcore. Yeah, this isn't hardcore. This is just a normal survival world. That's the old lighthouse, guys. That is the old lighthouse. I built this one in 2018. But over there where the new one is. But I took it down years ago. Is this an old world? It's not an old world. It is an old world now. I've had this Minecraft world for a really long time. Yeah. Oh, we can walk around, guys, and you guys can see. That's the watchtower. The watchtower here, I can show you something really cool with, guys. I subscribed. Thank you so much. We're aiming to hit the watchtower here. Actually, the path goes up around the hill. Yeah, this world will be 10 years old in 6 days' time, which makes me feel really old. But you know, I'll survive. Well, I mean, I was a young teen. I was literally when I created this world, I'd literally just become a teenager. We've got an end ship there, guys. Yeah, I literally just become a teenager when I created this world. I was literally like, I was about 8 months off. I was about 4 months off turning 14 when I created this world. Um, right, we can jump. We can jump around. We can land in the water from here. I just think. For how long? You joined YouTube 2 years after me. Yeah, I joined YouTube in 2016. My Minecraft world is technically older than my Minecraft world is technically older than my Survivor world. I created this world as just a thing for me to play. I actually wanted to create. I was going to create a YouTube channel when I was about 13 in like 2015 time to upload my Lego stop motion stuff, and I changed my mind last minute and didn't. This right here is a monument to celebrate 5,000 subscribers. This was built to celebrate 5,000 subscribers. So basically, what it is, it's like a bridge to a middle piece, and then we have waterfalls around it. Yeah, I created this YouTube channel when I was 14-ish. Well, we might as well go to the snow globe now, I think. Because the snow globe is absolutely huge. Hello, Sickly Cape. Welcome to the stream. Oh, Sickly Cape. Also, I saw you in Feedston streams yesterday. I noticed you were in the comments. Tell you what, let's go up to the top of the... Actually, let's do this one first. I made this gold throne in 2023 because the British monarch was the first British King Charles was being coronated. And this was to remember where I was because that was the first coronation of a British monarch in 70 years. Over here, guys, we've got a hot air balloon. If I stand here, guys, we've got a hot air balloon. But he hasn't added me. Yeah, it's that's probably because, you know, he does get a lot of people watching, so he'll probably get around to it. But he does have a lot of people watching. Like in the last year, I subscribed to him last year because he was subscribed to me. And he's gone up nearly 10,000 subscribers in the last 12 months. He had 9,000 when I subscribed. He's now got almost 19,000, so fair play to him. There's the snow globe, guys. It has gold ribbons all the way around it, and I will tell you, actually, guys, it's actually hollow in the middle. The snow's actually hollow. I didn't have enough snow to fill it totally in, so basically what I did is I just filled it around the ladder. I'm sorry if I've destroyed the illusion for you. Yeah, the snow globe's not actually full. How do you record on during playing game? Because I know how to do it on PS4. How do I do it? Well, you're doing it through the PS4 itself, aren't you? You're doing it through the PS4 itself, aren't you? That type of technology didn't exist in 2000 and whatever. To record footage through your... I thought I'd do the roller coaster from here. Because that shows some of the insanity of it. To answer your question, you need a capture card. To film or stream through Nintendo Switch, PS3, Xbox 360, you need a capture card. Well, no, I was joking about like ruining people's feelings. Tell you what, guys, I'm going to take you guys to something else that you guys might not know. Should we do the jungle tree? Because the jungle tree has been here since the start. I planted a jungle tree on the mountain, and the jungle tree has just stayed here all these years. It's been here for like 10 years. Yeah. How do you use or insert it? You don't. A capture card is a device that connects to your console and your TV via two HDMI ports, and then it connects to your computer or laptop via a USB wire, and then it has a software that's and then you download the capture card's recording software on your laptop, and then it records what your game sees. And that's how I stream through it. I'm using a software called Elgato HD60. I'm using a software called Elgato HD60, which is the capture card that I use. It's now outdated, actually. It's now outdated. It's now an outdated software. It is now an outdated software because I've had it for over nearly 9 years, but it had a 7-month guarantee on it, and I've now had it for 9 years. So there's a roller coaster, guys. And we'll go. There's a couple of other things I think we'll go to. I'll go to a couple more builds you guys might want to see. So, it might be worth us doing these together because they're next to each other. But we've got Frosty the Snowman's. We've got the Frosty the Snowman statue, and then we've got the stick game. I do blue, which is why there's a lot of blue on this world, because blue is my favorite color. I just felt something go. I just felt something go in my hand. But yeah, thank you to the people who subscribed today. But I do. Blue is my favorite color, guys. Navy blue. Tell you what, I'll go to one more, guys. I'll go to one more. This is the Frosty the Snowman restaurants. Basically, the idea is he's listing his hat off to you. Why does PS3 have a different cover on the game? On the disc? Because it was a different version. Every Minecraft edition had like a different look. Because it's a different game. The PS3, every edition looks slightly different. So the Xbox edition looked the same. Yeah, but that's the whole thing. Yeah, but that's the whole reason. They made it all feel individual. They gave the Xbox One, the Xbox 360, the Switch, not the Switch, sorry, the Wii U, no, the PS3, PS4. They would give different things, and then yeah, Switch was gave a different. Switch and Wii U were given some similar. Can I take a picture of a snow globe too? Which one? Because we stood next to the big one. Are you talking about the igloos? Or the small snow globe? That's so people can tell the difference. Exactly. In fact, I saw the PS4 edition in a video game store recently, and the PS3 edition, because they sold old PS3 copies. And I've seen the Wii U edition in there quite a lot, but I've never needed to buy it because I own it. I own it digitally. I think I'm gonna go up here a second. I'm going to go up here a sec, because you guys can then see the ice statue as well. Igloo. Yeah, they're called igloos. 82 people have watched this stream, which is just Amazing. So thank you to the other person who subscribed. We are 16 subscribers off hitting 8,500, which is just amazing. So I love that we're getting closer and closer to hitting that goal. Hello, Skatepunk. Welcome to the stream. Should I get a Switch 1 or a Switch 2? It depends. I don't know. It depends what your preference is, to be honest. Switch 1 is good. Switch 1 is good, but then Switch 2 will have Minecraft Vibrant Visuals. Vibrant Visuals comes out on Minecraft in 2 months. It depends. Switch 2 it depends what you want. Like Switch 2 I think plays games better, so it actually plays this better. It plays this much better in my opinion. Tell you what, let's quickly go to that cactus farm, chorus fruit farm we made the other day. We made this giant chorus fruit farm the other day, so I could, well, we can get more chorus fruit because we had a mini game that we built, and it depends which one it depends what you're after, if you know what I mean. Switch 2 plays games better and has more storage, but Switch 1 is cheaper. I don't have any glass on me. Some of these are getting... I want a budget-friendly way to play Minecraft. Yeah. And we'll break by brushing a lily pad. I do remember that. I love lily pads though. They make the water look nice. I mean, I love this world. Do you know why I love this world, guys? Because look, we got a massive lake there. We got a humongous lake here. And then we just got another massive lake there. A massive river there. Then another massive river there. Have you ever seen videos of people playing games on cartridges? I can't read what it says. I can't read what your comment says. And they are on the last minute before breaking. Not really, no. It's not really the cartridges that are the problem, though, Sickly Cape. It's normally how people use them. So I've got cartridge games. Why don't you try and merge them and call it Lake Superior? Or I could call it Lake Windermere, because Lake Windermere is the largest lake in the UK. It's 11 miles wide. We could call it this one kind of looks like the Caspian Sea, to be honest. The Caspian Sea is not a sea or disc. Well, it's not really that. Discs only break. Discs only break if they're damaged. But normally that's the way. So I've never broke a Switch game or a video game. Whereas my sister has broken video games because I put them back in the case and she leaves them on the floor. But I'm gonna go. Yeah. Have a good rest of your day, Sickly Cape. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Have a good rest of your day. Yeah, it tends to be with them games. It tends to be how people leave them. So, for example, I went on a walk last week, and I found one of my sister's Switch games on the gravel in the garden. I have no idea how long it's been out there for. Kind of funny, though, isn't it? I found it funny. I don't think she did when it didn't work. I'm joking, everybody. I'm joking. I might do that, actually, though, Pixel. I might make them together. I did flatten the hill down here recently. We could merge them together. Technically, we could merge the river together as well. I'm going to make a video. It's just that my schedule is hit or miss. Yeah, that's the thing, though. Scheduling is hard. My schedule at the moment will be tight because I've got a book out in 3 months and I've got loads of like proofreading and editing to do, but I've had to wait until 3 months before because I can't schedule schedule a paperback to release until 3 months before. That's a design flaw from Amazon. I can schedule a ebook to pre-order a year before, but I can only schedule a paperback for release for 3 months before. In fact, guys, would you guys like me to read some bits of One's War? I think I could do that. Well, to be honest, I will be honest about this. Earlier on today, my dad walked in asking me for 10 pence for a 10 pence. He just opened the door, walked in. Have you got a 10 pence? I'm like, I'm halfway through streaming. Happens. It happens, guys. It's kind of why. Oh shit! It happens to be. It tends to be why I'm mute, because somebody walks in asking me something. Yeah, the paperbacks. Tell you what, I'm gonna do that actually. Let's open up. I'm gonna have to open up Microsoft Word because the final written document is in Word, not the other one. Give me a random letter, guys. Give me a random word. Give me a random word. It can be anything, and we'll see if there's a word in the story. Go back. No, I don't want to open I don't want to open that. I want to open One's War, which was last opened at 2 o'clock on Tuesday. Right. Okay. Stealth. I've now got a feeling that I haven't used the word stealth in this whole book, but I probably have. So let's go. No. Let's put that. Let's go FNF because that takes you to navigation. I probably have used the word stealth. No, I haven't. I haven't used the word stealth in the whole book. The word random, I've probably used the word random quite a lot, probably. We've used the word random once. These items varied in forms. Some were random, such as someone has stolen an instant tea maker. However, there was some experimental stuff that had disappeared. So the idea of this is during Dawn of Planets 1's war, people have been stealing from the GRB1 agents. So people have been stealing technology like, instant tea makers, voice activated baths. Because there's a joke in it about why would you steal a voice activated bath? A cat. I don't think I've used the word cat because... Oh no, I have used the word cat. But in fact, there's no word. It's coming up with cat. There is no word. I haven't mentioned the word cat, but it goes into other words. So fifth, it's sophisticated, catastrophic, location, catastrophic, scattered, communication, located, location, located, dedicated, locates, catch. Catch up, catch, located, confiscated, located, communication, communications, communication, catching. No, there's no cat, but indicates the word planet used. We could have a look at that because there's loads of planets. 59 times. Mondi Cariso. I've never heard of that planet. Where exactly is it? Only yeah, planet Earth. The planet Sex. Oh no! I gotta read this one. Look at this. The shit they talk about in the national media. Man discovers his fish was secretly sex drone from the planet Sex. What a load of bollocks. If there's no news, just say there's no news. But there are some stupid ones, guys. Tell you what, let's put in the word... Let's put a swear word in, because I think there's about 70 swear words. There's 52 swear words. There's 52 what? There's 52 of them. There's 52 F words. Yeah, there's a few. There's quite a few F words. No, it's not. It's actually the planet SECKS. It's actually, it's the way you're hearing it. It's it was a joke. It was a joke about how shit the media is. It was a joke, guys. It was a joke about how the national media just post shit stories. You know, if there's no news, they invent news. There was a real funny one in the UK paper a few years ago. It said, "I kicked terrorists so hard in the balls that I broke my foot." Which that one I did actually find quite funny. Any other words? Any other words that we can think of? It doesn't mean anything. It just happened to... It was just a planet name that I was joking about. I was joking about how media just say news that isn't true. Or, you know, create fake news stories to... No, it just sounded like the other word that you thought it said. So it was a joke. Bloody hell. Tell you what, let's have another word, guys. Let's have another word, and we'll see how many. So, oh, tell you what, would you like to know my favourite one, guys? Would you like to know my whole favourite one? The word. Do you guys want to know my favourites? Like, this probably will reveal some of it, some cool parts of the story, but I think it would be a cool little thing to have a bit of fun with. Do you guys want to know what my favourite quote is, speech is in the whole story? The main character, he tells his predecessor this: "Everyone loved the show, but it wasn't working in the end, was it? It's curtains, the show's over. There's no one left in the union for you to fucking swindle. Your last dance was the military and you fucked it, and you wouldn't fucking go like a snore up a turtle's nose. Any normal person can see you're a spent force, a ghost poo, a joke on the stage, a useless muppet. You treated the union like a 9-year-old would with a fucking toy train set." It's one of my favourite ones. He's basically accusing the guy. He's accusing the guy that was in charge of the military before him of treating it like a 9-year-old would with a toy. It's literally my favourite line of the whole story. He's like, there's not many characters that can just say that to someone. There's not many characters. She's mad. Well, he's mad. He's a male, but the character's crazy. But the character's partially crazy. He's not actually crazy. Like, he knows what he's doing. But the guy that was his predecessor, was terrible in his job. And he basically accuses him of running the Union military like it was a toy, like a 9-year-old would with a toy train. I just love it. It's so funny. He's mad. Well, yeah, he is mad. He's just he's basically saying, he goes, you've had your chance to improve the military and you didn't do it. You know, you treated it like a 9-year-old with a toy train set. Could have been worse. He could have said, why don't you go and play with your chemistry cells and like. Which that's one of my favourite lines from Harry Potter. Prisoner of Azkaban. I love what Sirius Black says to Snape. Why don't you run along and play with your chemistry set? I do love that line. It's funny. Everywhere I go, everyone is turning their back on me. Even you have been unloyal. Even you. It's a great story. I can't even read that. I can't even read that bit, but I did anyway. I love it. Yeah, that's really funny actually, Skate Punk. You mentioned the one word that I haven't put in the whole book, but it makes me wonder now, why didn't I use the word stealth? That makes me wonder, why didn't I do that? Why haven't I used the word stealth? Because technically, what's some new characters that you meet, they technically do go on a stealth mission. So why haven't I used the word stealth? I wonder if I've used the word stealthy. Nope. Unless I spelt it wrong. I can't even read that one out. I can't even read that line out. Agile. I can't even read this one out. A Jeroboam agent has stole cock expanding serum. I can't even read that out. Surveillance had caught other agents stealing from the stores. For resistance, Agent Jackson Martin was spotted stealing Viasprit, the cock expanding serum. So the whole joke is a character has emailed someone this. We know what his problem is. If he's nicking that, what does agile mean? I can't. I haven't actually said the word agile. Basically, it's flagged up though because I used the word fragile. I haven't used agile, which agile. I can't really explain what agile means. Able to move quickly. If you're agile, it means you're like very flexible. Like you can move quickly, you can think fast, and you can move clearly and quickly. That's what it means. It's another word for flexible, really. Pretty much. If you're agile, it means you can move quick. Let me think of another one. Unorthodox. I've probably mentioned that because I like the word. I haven't, but that's such a word that I would use. because Agent 1 is unorthodox. Like he will do shit that not many people will expect him to do. Like he even says in the Gathering Storm, "I'm an honest man, but I'm not above using truth serum to get what I want." I haven't unorthodox. It means like unordinary. Basically, if you're unorthodox, like you do things. It means you do things that you do things like a way that not no one else would. So say that if someone told you to run and do a jump, and then you ran and did a jump, but you did a star jump as well at the same time, it's unorthodox because it's you've done more than what they said. The word unorthodox means that it means you do something friendly. Well, I've obviously said that. I must have said that. If I haven't, I'll eat my hat. Yeah, the word friendly appears 4 times. Despite their competitive spirit, there was a friendly and playful atmosphere between them. Per his father's manipulations, love how much of a friendly bunch they were and a real community. Skills was paired with Clara Stevens, whose friendly personality made her accessible to all. I have no idea who the fuck that is. I can't remember writing that. A friendly competition. Chuckled again, his voice betraying a hint of friendly competition. Honestly, I'm going for a goal of £210 so I can be lighter than you, Agent 1. That's a joke. There's a joke about Agent 1 being like technically skinny because he's not like over £250. So this one of his allies goes, there's a joke in it. There's a joke in here. There's a joke in a chapter where a character who appears in all the books, he goes to help Agent 1 out, but whilst they're on the train, this guy, he splits his trousers open because he's basically grown and become a lot taller and he's become a lot wider, and his trousers split whilst they're talking, and it's like, he's basically joking that he's not that fat, and then suddenly you just hear trousers split. I like it. I like things when they're funny, guys. Let's find some other words then. I can tell you something, actually. I can tell you one away. There's a part in it where the Agent 1 has to hunt down a serial killer. And ironically, I believe I've used Manchester again, which I used from the Dollmaker, which I actually wrote this first. I actually wrote the serial killer in Dawn of Planets 1's War before I wrote the Dollmaker. I wrote the serial killer in 1's War about a year before I did the Dollmaker. I didn't realise that I did the Dollmaker, I didn't realise that I'd used Manchester in 1's War as the place of this serial killer. So the main character has to go to Manchester and hunt down a serial killer. So we could technically say that they're the same person. We could technically say that the character from the Dollmaker is Agent 1's is a fake person. We could technically tie those together and say that the serial killer from 1's War and the Dollmaker are the same person. I mean, we're not going to do that, of course, but we could technically say the character from the Dollmaker is actually Agent 1 in disguise. We can say that Nicolas Cage doesn't actually exist and that he's Agent 1 in disguise. But I will say the serial killer in in 1's War is actually worse. Yeah, all my science fiction stuff, every science fiction stuff I do takes place in the same universe. The Dollmaker is its own thing. Archipelago is its own thing. One Last Christmas is its own thing. everything that says Dawn of Planets on it is set in the same universe. Well, I've got an idea for that. That bottom bit, I was writing a chapter. I'm planning a chapter at the moment in Dawn of Planets book 6 that Agent 1 goes to a place where he meets the god of stories, and the god of stories basically brings him into his domain. So Agent 1 goes through a land where he's like attacked by giants, he's attacked by teddy bears. But I wrote in a bit of self-promotion that he comes across an island with all these people, don't know their names. And I'm sort of subtly revealing that he's accidentally come across Archipelago. And it was in my head the other night, and I thought, that's actually quite an interesting concept. So I've sort of like subtly put it in that he bumps it, he sort of sees Archipelago. What do you guys think? I don't know if I'm going to do that, but he sets while he's in this land of stories, like he's sort of, but I've kind of nicked the idea from Doctor Who. Doctor Who did an episode last year where basically they break through the screen and they sort of come into our dimension. So the Doctor and Doctor Who, they did an episode last year where he gets thrown into a film tape. He breaks out through a TV screen, and then he meets people that's meant to be in our universe, and he's just a TV show, and he's basically asking them what their favorite episode is. But I really liked that concept. Like, well, that's kind of funny, really, because I had a funny idea a few years ago actually, where imagine if every TV show you ever watched is secret. Everything you've ever watched. Doctor Who, in recent years, the Doctor broke the fourth wall a few times. Doctor Who breaks the fourth wall a couple of times. He broke the fourth wall in 1965. In 1960. In 1965. In 1963, Doctor Who broke the. 1963, he broke the fourth wall by he turned around on Christmas and said, "Merry Christmas to all of you at home," and then they never did that again. But in recent years, they did it. The last 2 seasons of Doctor Who have all been like a supernatural thing. So Anita Dobson, who is married to Queen singer Brian May, is that his name? Anita Dobson, a British actress, she played this character that kept turning to the camera and like saying stuff. So that one of my favourite ones was she turns around in Ncuti Gatwa's first episode. She says, "What's the matter? I've never seen a TARDIS before," and then smiles. She turns around and says, "Oh, I had such plans," in the last episode of the season. And then she turns around and looks at the camera whilst it's snowing at the end of the episode and goes, "And that fearsome doctor, he ended in absolute terror. His death ended in absolute terror." And then she whispered goodnight, and then the series ended. She then did another one in the second season when she appears. She goes, "Show ends June 24th," which technically she was right. The show has ended on June 24th. Because at the moment, Doctor Who's not even on air. So technically she was right. The show did end June 24th. She broke the fourth wall and said show ends June 24th. Which technically Doctor Who ended on June 24th. And then obviously at the moment it's in limbo about when the next season will be. So technically, and who will be in it. So technically she was right. The show did end on June 24th. It's funny. I love Doctor Who. Tell you what, I was watching it last night. In fact, have you guys heard of AMC? I know they're an American company. AMC currently have Doctor Who. They currently have the first 13 seasons of the 2000s era Doctor Who. Yeah, AMC have got AMC currently have the rights to air Doctor Who in the United States. So AMC have the first 13 seasons of the 2005 era of Doctor Who. I watched a little bit. Obviously, I don't watch it through AMC because BBC have it in the UK because it's a BBC show. I watched the first. I started watching it again. I'm starting to. This is the 33 of your lives I've been in. Wow. I've had that a lot recently. People have just I got a comment last year about I watched 104 of your live streams last year. I thought, bloody hell, 104? Jesus. Yeah, Doctor Who. I started watching the ninth Doctor series again. The 2005 this is one of my favourite quotes actually, guys. The ninth Doctor, the guy that played the ninth Doctor played it very like he's a soldier, he's come out of a war, because that's what it is. The idea of the ninth Doctor in Doctor Who was that he showed great sorrow and anger because he'd literally just come out of the Time War. I'm going to rescue her. Where I want that whole line. No, because this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to rescue her. I'm going to save Rose Tyler from the middle of the Dalek fleet, and then I'm going to save the Earth, and then just to finish off, I'm going to wipe every last stinking Dalek out of the sky. I love it. You have no weapons, no defenses, no plan, and he gets up and says, and doesn't that scare you to death? Such a great quote. I do sometimes stream twice a day. It depends if I'm bored and up for it. But yeah, Doctor Who. My favourite era of Doctor Who is 2005 to 2010. Tell you what, here's a funny one. They did an episode in the Matt Smith era when they get trapped in a dollhouse. They get trapped in a dollhouse in a kid's nightmare. So they get zapped into the dollhouse and they're literally fighting like killer dolls. And it's called Night Terrors. It's a weird episode. I watched it recently. It was like, I didn't realise how creepy it was. So there's some really weird episodes. There's an episode of Doctor Who called The Girl in the Fireplace. And it's all about this ship in the 48th century. And that when he goes to the fireplace, he can see through the fireplace to 17th century France. So this ship is just showing the life of this random French lady. Well, not a random French lady. She was the unofficial Queen of France. It's just a crazy episode. And the whole thing was, the guy that wrote it, Stephen Moffat, he wanted to do the TV. One of his favourite stories was called The Time Traveller's Wife. Not really, because speedrunning's not my thing. There's a TV show there's a book called The Time Traveller's Wife about a traveller that meets out of sync, and that's what The Girl in the Fireplace is about. Like, he meets her throughout her life. But then they brought in a character called I can't see what the screen says. Sounds like an episode of The Twilight Zone. Well, that's what Doctor Who is, though. Doctor Who's probably older than The Twilight Zone. Doctor Who, the whole thing of Doctor Who is every episode is different. Every episode of Doctor Who is different, but there's one overall arc. So in the first season, the arc was the word Bad Wolf appeared in every episode. In the second season, it was Torchwood. In the third season, it was Mr. Saxon. In the fourth season, it was the planets are disappearing and the bees are disappearing. And in the fifth season, it was the cracks in time. So they kept finding cracks. They kept finding cracks in walls that basically the crack wasn't a part of the wall. The crack was part of reality. The sixth season was about... I can't really say the sixth one because it gives it away. The sixth season was about the Doctor got shot in the Doctor got shot by an astronaut in the first episode. And the whole season is about who was the astronaut. season 7 was about the impossible girl, because the 11th Doctor met this girl who became his companion. He met her 3 times in different time zones. The same woman, same name, same woman. He met Oswin Oswald, Clara Oswin Oswald, and then Clara Oswald. He met her 3 times in 3 different time zones. And it's all about She's Impossible. The 9th season is about a hybrid. The 10th season was about... I can't remember what the 10th one was about. The 11th season didn't have one. The 12th season was about the Timeless Children and the Lone Cyberman. The 13th season was about the Flux. The 14th season was Susan Twist. Basically, there's a lady called Susan Twist, and she kept appearing in every episode of Doctor Who season 14. Season 15 was about getting the companion home, and the character of Mrs. Flood kept appearing in every episode, hunting down the Doctor. But she kept appearing in different costumes, different time zones. It's incredible. The best one for me, though, the best one in my opinion, is The Planets Are Disappearing. I've never watched Doctor Who. You should. 2005-2010 is some of the best drama. Like, you know the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Will you ever make a new world? Probably not, because I still got a lot of space on this one. Have you guys watched the Marvel Cinematic Universe? I would probably imagine, so... The Marvel Cinematic Universe partially is inspired by Doctor Who, because in the early 2000s, Doctor Who had 3 TV shows. There was 3 Doctor Who universe shows basically running at the same time, and that they were all interlinked. So the series Torchwood took place. The first season of Torchwood lines up the last season of the first season of Torchwood ends just before Doctor Who starts, which is why at the end Captain Jack of Torchwood hears the TARDIS landing in Cardiff, and then it goes straight to the last episode of Doctor Who, where basically he turns up at the TARDIS because he hears it landing Cardiff. Torchwood season 2 lines up between the next season of Doctor Who, before the next season of Doctor Who. Torchwood season 3 is the darkest shit I've ever watched, but it's so good. I want to do a podcast ep on that, actually. I want to do a podcast ep on why it's so good. In fact, who's in that episode? Doctor Who was Doctor Who's cinematic. Doctor Who's like cinematic TV universe that they created. They now call it the Whoniverse. And they've just done another spin-off, which they just done another darker related spin-off. Wasn't as good, but I have bought it on DVD. It was good. It was good. It was good, actually. It was good. It wasn't great. It was dark, though. I love it when it's dark, though. Tell you what, guys. Doctor Who can be dark. One of the scariest episodes of Doctor Who ever. Literally, I shat myself when it aired. Oh, give me a sec, everybody. I'll be back in just 2 seconds. I'm back. But yeah, the darkest episode of Doctor Who ever was an episode called The Waters of Mars. And it's literally about... It's kind of like zombies, that once a drop of Martian water lands on like a human person's head, they go for a metamorphic change and become like a water creature. And the water creatures basically want to take over Earth. And like the way the costume, I tell you what, I'm going to put a picture of the costume. Water creature, Doctor Who. I'm going to put a picture of what it looks like. It's called the Flood. And literally, it's called the Flood. I'm going to put a picture in my Discord server in the general chat. That's kind of what it looks like. I can't put it in the stream, but it's pretty creepy. I want to close down as many tabs as possible. I need to do more podcast steps. What podcast steps should I do, guys? I haven't done a podcast step in like a month. Just been so busy. I've been so busy, but I haven't really thought about what I wanted to do. Also, guys, I've had something been toying on my mind in recent days. Should I scrap the podcast and move it to Calamity of Joe? Because of these new YouTube monetization rules that are coming in, there's no way in hell we're gonna get this. We're gonna get that podcast. There's no way in hell we're gonna get that podcast monetized. Those new YouTube requirements practically make it impossible. Those new YouTube requirements practically make it impossible. 8,000 to get that monetized, we need 8,000 hours. But then we could just do it without the monetization. We could just do it without the monetization. To get it monetized, how do you even get monetized? To get monetized, you need to have over 1,000 subs. And you need to have 4,000 hours. But it's being changed in February to 8,000 hours. It's being changed in February next year to 8,000 hours. And because of how small that YouTube channel is, we've only got 48 subs on it. There's no way in hell we're going to get monetized. It means I get paid. It means I get paid for like the content. It means I get paid for like the videos. So I get it on here. I get paid for my content on here. On here I get paid, but on the podcast channel I don't, which is why I'm wondering, do I move the podcast stuff over here onto Calamity of Joe? And we don't move the podcast episodes that are already on there. We move it to here, though, because we're never going to get that monetized. Plus, there's more people here. I'm going to do like a talk about it. I'm going to do like a bit of a talk about it on like a video. Because they're changing the requirements. But one option is we could just leave it on there and we'll just never get it monetized. Which, that is an option we could go down. Do you get paid much by YouTube itself? Not a lot, but that's because I'm only a small channel and I don't exactly get a lot of views from YouTube. But if I get to 10,000, it becomes slightly more, but that's because we're over 10,000. But yeah, it's something that I'm just actively, at the moment, it's just something that I'm actively thinking about. Oh, pardon me. Your cat is sleeping on you. I'm going to end this stream in a minute, guys, because it's 10:30 at night, which we will probably stream tomorrow. So thank you for watching, everybody, and I will see you all in the next one. To the person who's just subscribed, thank you so much. We have 15 subscribers off hitting 8,500. So thank you for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.